Okay, hi. I'm doing a sit-down video. It's April 12th and I'm sitting down to film a video and talk to you guys a little bit. Just, like a little catch up. I feel like I haven't really caught up on the internet in a minute. Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Katrina. This is my somewhat active YouTube channel. I'm hoping I repost this to my other social media accounts and I'm hoping the people who have followed me for a while can gain a little bit insight as to what's going on in my life, what's going on with me, where I'm headed. Guys, this is so weird. I actually live in quite a quiet neighborhood, so I don't know what is happening the second I pull out my camera, which is never, by the way. I kind of wanted to talk through a big decision that I'm making. I'm a little bit unsure, as people are with all things in life, all big decisions. Wow, it is loud. I am moving out of New York City, so let's talk about it. A little backstory about me. I grew up in Shanghai. I moved to New York 5 years ago for college. October of last year, 2025. I just remember being really lost. I had graduated that summer. I was struggling a lot, putting a lot of pressure on myself. Was going through kind of a tough time, kind of feeling like I needed family. I booked a flight straight back home to Shanghai, where my family lives, and it was lovely. I think it's really important to go back to where you grew up. The energy, the people, the environment, it's what raised you. I remember the day I had to come back to New York. I dreaded it so much. I think I was dreading just being in the city alone. It really is an isolating experience, moving to a big city alone and not having a lot of your family members nearby. And I know I'm not truly alone. I have my friends here as well, but everyone has their own life. Everyone's going through their own things. And, it's your 20s. We're all working to achieve things, I really had to be real with myself and admit that I wasn't happy here. A lot of the times when you tell people, oh, I live in New York City, they're always like, wow, like what's that like? And their eyes just kind of like light up with like curiosity. I think at the core of it, nobody ever talks about how lonely it is sometimes to be here. With everything that's kind of going on in the world right now, I'm listening to my heart. I think at the end of the day, that's all I can really say. I'm listening to my heart, and my heart is telling me that I need to be closer to home. And another thing, which is I have a clothing brand. It's called Carmen. I actually started the clothing brand in my second or third year of university, and it just has kind of been a side project. As of recently, I had an amazing opportunity to showcase some of my items during New York Fashion Week. It was just a really enlightening experience for me because I was presented with the reality of, wow, maybe I have something to offer in this field. I never really saw myself as a fashion founder or much of anything related to fashion. I hear my dad really clearly in the back of my head do big things in my 20s. By the way, these are name cards made from for the New York Fashion Week event. I'm not sure if I'm changing the logo, but it does say Shanghai, New York here. That's me. This was one of the first photo shoots I've ever did for Carmen, and this was in Paris, and this is just, it has my name, it says founder designer, and it has my Instagram, email, Instagram of the clothing brand, and the website. If I have time, I can show you the booklet that I have made for my brand. Guys, this is so crazy. The first piece I've ever designed, and I remember the first time I wore it out in Shanghai. I went out and I had one or two of my friends ask me what was the top I was wearing, and I was like, oh my god, I designed it. This top is called the Vespa top, and I designed it because of how, first off, sexy it is, and it's inspired by many of my fond memories of being on the back of a Vespa. This dress, one of my favorites, this is the Athena dress. This view right here is so significant to me because it was the first time walking around Paris wearing my own design. It was the first time I really saw potential in myself. It's definitely not complete and fully developed. I do think I want to give it my all. Sorry, I can see I can see a neighbor from my window, and that's just kind of weird. I guess everything just kind of came into fruition. I got to really just sit down and talk to my parents, and they think it is the right thing for me to maybe just make the most out of my 20s, try out another city, closing the book, closing the chapter of New York. For now. I guess it's a good reminder. There are always going to be people who love you no matter what and who are going to support you in very difficult transitory stages of your life. I feel like this video is mainly for my friends. So if you guys are watching, I love you and I'm sad too. Last 5 years in New York wouldn't have been what it was if I hadn't had those adventures, those memories, those ups and downs, and those crazy, maybe some crazy dramatic moments. I'm really grateful for everything that I've learned here. I'm really happy to take this next step forward. And guys, never say never. You never know. I might end up coming back to New York. I am fully open to that possibility. Maybe I need to allow myself more freedom to explore something else out there. This is the big leap, the big jump. Stay tuned to where I move to. I have a faint idea of where I'm going, obviously, but I don't really want to say where in case it doesn't happen, you know? I guess you're just gonna have to follow along for the journey. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I've been talking for so much, my mouth is dry. Tell me if you guys want to see more day-to-day vlogs and stuff like that. I also did vlog a week in my life in Hong Kong, and I'm thinking of also uploading that on YouTube. People don't give unemployment enough credit. You really just get to lean into the creative. You really just can do anything you want. Okay. It was great talking to you guys. See you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Bye.